Alright, howdy gamers. Hope you guys are doing nice out there. I'm doing pretty nice. It's like 1 a.m. at the time of me recording this, but yeah, I kind of felt like doing a commentary right now. I need to be more consistent with YouTube if I want to build some type of audience, which if you're listening to this right now, then you're my audience. And I hope that doesn't sound too creepy, but yeah. What's on my mind today is I got a job. I actually got a job, a real job. Not just YouTube or making music on my computer, but got a real job. Not gonna say where, but I did my first day like yesterday, and it was pretty cool. I hope it stays cool. I hope it stays cool, because right now it's pretty cool and it's pretty chillin'. Pretty chillin' like McChillin', but it took me a while to get a job after I got out of jail. Was searching on Indeed pretty hard, and I did like one paper application. I had like 3 different interviews. One interview I had, I was like sure that I was gonna get the job. I was like, I'm a shoo-in to get the job because I'm such a good busser, and it was a job for a bussing position. But I didn't get the job, and I was so bummed. And it was like right before I made that skate and chill video too, so I was like, man, I did the skate and chill just to kind of like relax and put more content on my YouTube as I'm relaxing and stuff. And also skating is like my biggest coping mechanism if I have a lot of stress inside of me. If you skateboard at all, I think that's probably your coping mechanism too. It's hard for me to just recommend skateboarding to people who don't skateboard as like a coping mechanism because, I mean, you have to have the skill to be able to skate. If you don't, then skateboarding is just going to be more frustrating than anything. But if you can skate, if you have the skill to skate, then yeah, I advise you to just chill and skate if you're having a stressful day or whatever. If you can. But yeah, Beast Boy gets a job. That's the title of this video today. You know what's crazy too is the ankle feels like it's starting to get better as well, so got a job, ankle's starting to feel a bit better. I can skate a bit on my board. I know I really shouldn't, but sometimes I feel like I kind of have to. Been TikToking a little bit. I want to do it more. I want to use TikTok more. Whenever TikTok is really social, it feels really good. It's easy to get views on there, but not too many views. If you have one of your videos get over like 800, 900 views, it feels like the algorithm kind of stops it before it hits 1,000. So, I mean, I can get views on TikTok, but not too many views. And then being on TikTok too much is like really brain rotty, and to me it really depresses me and burns me out. YouTube is more of like a steady grind for me. For the first few videos, I was uploading like daily. Now I'm kind of taking a step back, doing like every other day, which feels better, but I want to get more content on my YouTube. When I'm not making TikToks and YouTube and music as well, I'm playing on my Switch. And lately I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 2. I beat Borderlands 1 on my Switch, and then I went to play Borderlands 2. The second Borderlands was harder for me to get into because my build wasn't as good as Borderlands 1. I play as Siren. So in Borderlands 1 you can phase and just phase out of situations. In Borderlands 2 you can phase lock one enemy at a time. So if you're in a stressful situation in Borderlands 2, it's hard to get out of the stressful situation when you're low on health. I had the ability to get health from an enemy if I beat them when they were phase locked, but that wasn't really enough. I discovered that I wasn't using the badass tokens, and I had like 20 badass tokens, so then I used them all. The game got kind of easier, then I leveled up a bit, and then I got the skill where I can regen health as long as I have an enemy phase locked. My build got better, and I found better guns. So overall the game is easier, a lot less stressful, and started to become more fun. My build started to become better in Borderlands 2. Yeah, I'm really enjoying that game on the Switch. Also, the Switch 2 came out the other day. The other night at midnight, I should say. I was all on TikTok. I saw everybody lined up waiting to get their Switch 2. The Switch 2 looks really nice, but the one thing that killed the hype for it for me was how expensive it is. $450 for the console itself. And then if you're like me and you already have a SD card in your Switch, then you're going to have to buy a new SD card because now it takes micro SD express cards or whatever. The Switch, the SD card, and then if you want to buy the controller, it's going to be another $80. So that's already like $500. And then don't even get me started on the games. A Mario Kart game, that's $80? Come on, Nintendo. Come on. I rarely spend over like $10, $15 on a game. All the games that I have on my Switch I got on sale. I don't think I've ever spent more than $20 or $25 on a single video game for my Switch. I got Batman Arkham City on my Switch for like $5. And Arkham City is like one of my favorite games ever. Arkham City is a really, really good game. Also, I was thinking about pimping out my Switch, getting a new shell for it and everything. Maybe doing a OLED screen mod. That would be pretty sick. I want to pimp it out because I see people with the PSPs nowadays and their PSP is all pimped out. And I'm like, damn, that is definitely the most fashionable handheld console ever. But I want to see what I can do with my Switch Lite. Maybe make it a bit more fashionable. Have more swag with my Switch Lite. I'll try, but I don't know if I could get it as fashionable as a PSP is. That is one fashionable piece of tech. You know what other game I've been playing on my Switch lately is Knights of the Old Republic 2. That's a really good RPG. If you guys are into RPGs and into Star Wars, then you're in luck playing that game. If you're into Star Wars and you're into Fallout, you're really in luck also. That's why I started playing Knights of the Old Republic, because I knew that it was made by Obsidian, which is the same studio that made New Vegas, which is like one of my favorite games ever. I love New Vegas. It's a really good RPG. And an RPG that isn't a Japanese RPG. It's like one of the few RPGs that's like an American RPG that is still like one of my favorite games of all time. So I don't just play JRPGs, you know? I live in New Vegas, and Knights of the Old Republic is really, really good. But I think it's only the second one that Obsidian made. I beat the first one. The first one is good, but then I started the second one. I haven't beat it, but it's already like really, really good. Like a lot better than the first one. I could see the second one having a lot more replayability than the first one. Yeah, those games are really good for RPG fans. I actually started to get more into Star Wars after playing the games. The games kind of play out like watching the movie. So after I started playing Knights of the Old Republic, the first one, then I started watching Star Wars movies from the first movie, from A New Hope. And then I watched the next two movies, which were super sick. Return of the Jedi has to be the best one that I've seen because I watched up to Attack of the Clones, and I still haven't seen Revenge of the Sith. So whenever I do watch Revenge of the Sith, I'm going to compare it to Return of the Jedi, which is like the best Star Wars movie that I've seen so far. That one was really good. That one was metal. And yeah, I wonder what's the last time I played Kingdom Hearts. Even though it's like my favorite franchise of all time, I can't just play it every single day. That type of game I have to savor. I have to save it for a specific time, like a special occasion or something like that, and really, really savor. For a game that I could play like every day, I like a more mindless type of video game. For a video game that I have to use my brain, I'll have to like go outside, or if I have a job, go to work and then play it afterwards. I kind of have to like get outside a bit. I have to like get outside and touch grass before I can come inside and fully indulge into a work of art video game like Kingdom Hearts or even Final Fantasy. Like I still never beat Final Fantasy X, and that was the first game that I got for my Switch. So quite a lot of classics. I like to play quite a lot of classics from PS2 era, some from like PS3 360 era, and then from before too, like PS1 era. I'll play on my tablet. I'll emulate PS1 games quite a lot on my tablet. If you see my Silent Hill Let's Play, then you know. Yeah, maybe I could do some more videos like that soon too. I've been wanting to play some Game Boy Advance games, so that'd be a good excuse to do a Let's Play. Sometimes I kind of wish I had an Xbox so I could play all the old classic games like Fable, Skate 2, Skate 3. Play the old Call of Duties online because I see that they're kind of fixed. They're supposed to be fixed so that you could play them, but I really don't know. I don't have a friend with an Xbox I could ask. If you guys out there have an Xbox with like old Call of Duties, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, maybe even like the original COD 4, is it hacked? It's probably hacked. It's probably still hacked. Apparently a few years ago Activision fixed the servers or Treyarch or whatever, and you could play online more. Yeah, if I had an Xbox, I would just be playing old classics with all the backwards compatibility going on there. I don't have a PS5 yet, and I don't really plan on getting one. I need to get a new laptop, actually, so I can make better beats, but that's just when it comes to music. Hopefully the job will help me pay for it, but I don't know. It's pretty hard to see right now. And yeah, new job, feels pretty good. I hope you guys are doing good out there, too. Wherever you are, if you're listening, sending love your way, baby. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for right now. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Links to my socials will be in the description. Listen to my music and stuff, yada yada yada. And yeah, stay sick, YouTube.